part, I don't know, 4 I think, of the AVRE.
Whoa. Take that f***ing coat off before I burn it.
Right, welcome to part 4 of the AVRE, where we're going to show you what we've been doing. We've put the engine in, it's all back together now. With little to no help from anybody else. I've pretty much done it all myself. With little to no help, it's still hot.
Right, well, to bring you all up to speed, we've been quite busy on this. We've now fitted the clutch and the gearbox, all looking very nice. We've now got to fill it up with oil and then put some batteries on and try and start it.
Quite the load it's taking then. What it looks like when I ejaculate. Thicker than some people I know. Oh no, wait.
The fuel is on.
Good man.
You want to give it a little primey?
See if it's on cam.
I bet it's the other side, isn't it?
Oh no, we're well away, mate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Some wicked finger action there.
Plenty of practice on all the boys.
Faster. 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 Ooh, ignition. Right, ignition's on. Are we ready? Yeah. We're out of gear. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, go on.
Straight up, baby. Nearly.
Stop. So what's the issue?
So basically the floats are stuck in the carbs, which is in here and in here. Nice easy jobs to get at. We've got to lift the entire carb out, which means we've got to drop the water, we've got to move loads of stuff. It's just going to be a bit of an arsehole, so as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice, I'm in a little bit of a mood. But we'll get over that.
It's annoying, it didn't really show that when we ran the engine up, but we didn't run it for long enough.
It's the only problem with not running it on a proper jig, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there we go.
It does run nice though.
It does sound nice, yeah. Silver linings and everything. It's alright.
That's quite a lot of petrol. I do like laying in petrol. Oh, that went right in my eye. Ah, that's stinging. Can you get me a rag, please? Oh, tastes really nice as well. So Jack, what are you doing there?
Losing the will to live.
Taking off
you know what I'm doing.
the one thing that
So-
we didn't want to take off.
Yeah, basically the alternator's got to come back off again because you can't get a HT lead down here.
Like this one.
So I'm really pleased about that because it wasn't a total.
It definitely didn't take us like 2 hours
No,
to get it
no,
on.
Definitely. So that's got to come off. Then we've got the ring of bolts that's all round the side of the car. We've got to take them off. We took most of them off. We've got this little pipe here.
Because the bit we're trying to get at is under there somewhere.
This bit down here.
Which you
real
can,
mint.
and obviously another one down there, which you can get at slightly better.
Well, you probably could get at it in here, but you won't be able to get at it with any proper room to work. So it's by the time we've and farted about, we may as well have just took it out. So we're just going to take it out.
Carry on.
You definitely didn't just trap the thing.
I'll tell you what, it's a good job of listening to the calming music.
What are you listening to?
Rage Against the Machine.
Hope if you undid all of these bolts down the side.
Oh, I didn't do all of them.
It's good, that, isn't it?
It's mint.
Well, you're not showing them out. We spend thousands and thousands of pounds on proper camera.
Well, this is why we can't afford wireless microphones, because we spent it all on broom
We've
camera
got-
mounts.
Yeah, but it's a nice pink broom.
It's very
It
nice.
is a nice broom.
Is it LGBTQ plus?
I'm not really sure on the spelling, but the carbs have like a float, like a stopcock in a water trough, if you've ever seen that, or a ball float in your toilet. And when your toilet fills, the ball goes to the top and it turns the tap off. The same thing's happening in the carb, except on this carb, because this engine's been in a crate since '93 or '2, whichever, I can't remember what this was. The pivot that the float's stuck on, there's like a pin, and that will have seized the shaft just ever so slightly. So what's happening is the fuel pumps are forcing fuel into the carb, which should bring the float up and then turn the fuel tap off into the carb. And what's happening is the float's staying still, the fuel's coming rushing in, it's going above the float, and the float obviously is still staying down, so it's still letting it in, and it's just absolutely flooding the hell out of the carbs, which was actually flooding it that much it did stop it. Got that much fuel in the carb, it stopped it, and the flies started coming out of there, but small issues. But then obviously it comes out the carb drains, as we showed you. So annoyingly, it's not a big problem. It won't actually cost anything to mend, but it's, I don't know, about a 3-hour job to get this off. It's twin Zenith updraft solid brass carburetors, so they're absolutely,
I know exactly what that means.
they're bloody heavy basically, and this weighs an absolute ton. And sometimes what happens is these metal studs, they actually seize on the aluminium because the steel and the alloy react against each other. But fortunately, because this engine's in pretty good condition, I think it should lift off without a lot of bother, fingers crossed. But it's still going to be blooming heavy. Once we've got it off, the carbs are actually under all this inlet manifold. And it shouldn't be too much of a job to sort out when we've got it off and when we've got it in the bench.
Best safety cap.
If Jack starts getting high rate, make sure you film it because it's bloody funny. He's got a knife there as well. That was risky. That was very risky. No. Don't be anxious. Hey!
Yes!
Whoa!
Shut up.
Just cut the pipe. Just cut the
I don't
pipe.
want to just cut the pipe.
Well, we're going to replace them for silicon anyway. Are you filming?
People are going to start thinking like how angry she is.
It's short.
And I've got a small penis. I just drunk a load of piss.
You look like it. And you smell like it.
That's hurtful.
Oh, it took
Yeah,
no.
you crossed the line there.
Yeah. Don't say that Jack stinks of piss.
Yeah, that's where my
That's where you're.
that's where my line is.
I think it's a little bit of truth in that.
A little bit of truth in you, isn't it?
These old chips here, that was full 5 minutes ago.
Well, it wasn't quite 5 minutes.
That's brain food. And we've used a lot of it because neither of us have got brains. You could have undone that by your fingers.
I should have just whacked my knob out and undone it with that. But I probably couldn't get around that quickly.
We haven't got a small enough pair of tweezers to manoeuvre it.
I haven't got a small enough knob.
The constant bickering went on and on and on and on and on, so I didn't think I'd bore everyone with that, and have a look at the high-speed video of us doing the whole process of taking this inlet manifold off.
Yeah.
Steady. Oh, mate, try that to let that go down there. I don't want it to go into the middle of the engine. Into the inlets is what I mean. It's only that little bit of excess water, right?
Turn that off.
Yeah, just mind that out of the way. I'll try and... That is heavy. Right, do you want to get yourself out? I'll pass it to you. Right, can you get that in? Got it? Yep, definitely. Yep.
Right, pop it on there. Right, hold it there.
Holding it. Ready? Steady. Oh, you junk thing. So, all of that. I now have a broken bloody hand, thanks to that vice. All of that because we've got to take these tops off here. And obviously you have to take this pipe off, which goes all the way to the other side, which you can't do when it's in the engine. Because the float is under this cap here, and it actually pivots on this thing here. That's one of the pivots, so I suppose we better take it to bits.
Look at me. That's it, get your hair in the shot. Look at that. That's it, people, you see. See how that's working a treat? And he's not dropped all the shit in the bottom of that carb there.
Right, so this is a float in the carburetor that's doing the wobbly bobbling, or in this case, it was just slightly seized, I think, on this shaft. And what it does is work this plunger off the back of it, right? That plunger is bevel shaped, and the exit for the fuel comes through there. So this pin, when the fuel bowl fills up, that pin seals the hole so it can't put any more fuel into the carb. If that makes sense. But what's happening, or what was happening, was this fuel pin, because this float was stuck on the shaft, was being held just up slightly. So the carb was being filled with fuel, which should have lifted this up and forced that down. But because the shaft was stuck, it wasn't. So fuel was just going up, too much fuel, and going in and flooding the carb and making it leak everywhere. So now we've freed it up, it should pivot, and when it fills with fuel, push that down to stop the fuel coming in. And we shouldn't be in all this bother where it's leaking fuel all over the floor. So you can see this needs a good clean. It's quite corroded, the pins and everything's just got a bit of corrosion on. We'll get all that cleaned up, clean the insides, and pop it
All
all
these
back
other little
together.
bits, and we're done.
So thanks for watching. We'll make another video of this very soon.
I found somewhere for Seb to sit.